How far can we urinate on the moon? About 300 years ago, when Newton saw an apple fall, it raised a question in his mind. Why did it fall? And when we read about the gravitational theory, a question arose in our minds too. If we could jump on other planets, how high could we jump? Because we know that gravity is the force responsible for everything falling on Earth, and it determines how high we can jump. So the question is, how far can we urinate on different planets? Let's find out what would happen if we urinated on different planets in this interesting journey. An average person can jump only about 1.5 feet on Earth, and in terms of urine expulsion, an average person can discharge it up to 2 meters. But what if we do this on Mercury? Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system and is quite close to the Sun. If we were to jump on Mercury, keep in mind that it's extremely hot, with temperatures reaching 800 degrees during the day and minus 138 degrees at night. So we can stand on Mercury and jump about 4 feet high, and we can urinate up to 5 meters on Mercury. However, before we proceed, let's talk about the gravity of the Sun. The gravity of the Sun is 28 times stronger than that of Earth. But the problem is that the Sun has no solid surface, and it has dangerous temperatures of around 6,000 degrees Celsius. So even if we were on a solid surface, the intense gravity would crush us. If your weight is 50 kilograms on the Sun, you would feel a force equivalent to someone who weighs around 1,400 kilograms, or roughly a ton, on Earth. In other words, you would be crushed. Now let's move on to Venus, the sister planet of Earth in the solar system. Venus is a planet that we can even see with our naked eyes, and it's roughly the same size as our Earth. Like Mercury, it's not very far from the Sun, making it the hottest planet in our solar system. If we were to jump on Venus, we could jump about 1.7 feet higher than on Earth, and if we were to urinate here, we could expel urine to about 2.2 feet. But if we were to travel to the moon, you should know that the moon's gravity is about 6 times weaker than Earth's. In this case, an average person can jump up to 9 feet on the moon and urinate up to 12 meters away. However, so far, it hasn't been much fun. So, let's move on to Mars. Friends, Mars is a planet that is about half the size of Earth, and Mars is our future destination where our future generations will perform some extraordinary feats. If we try to jump on Mars, we can jump about 4 feet, which is roughly the height of a basketball hoop. And our P range here would also be about 5 meters. But don't be surprised. Mars has a moon called Phobos, where we can jump much farther. Phobos is a relatively small moon of Mars, with a size of 22 kilometers, approximately 3 times the height of Mount Everest. Here, before jumping, let's take a moment to relieve ourselves, and in projectile motion, we can pee up to 3 kilometers. It's possible that the speed of our urine is so high that it could go into orbit around Phobos. However, if we jump on Phobos, we would actually go straight into space, because its gravity is so weak that you can jump right into space with a single leap. So jumping here is not without its dangers. Now let's move on to the next stage, which is Jupiter, a planet in our solar system. Jupiter is a gas giant with no solid surface. But even here, if we manage to stand, we can only jump about 6 inches. And if we pee in Jupiter's environment, it would only go up to about 2 feet. However, Jupiter's moon Io is quite fascinating. Here we can jump up to 10 feet and achieve a projectile range of 13 meters. But friends, even though Jupiter is massive, its gravity is quite low. So, jumping on it is not as thrilling as it might seem. If we venture further into our solar system, we come to Saturn, and you might be surprised to learn that despite its enormous size, we can jump about as high as on Earth. And our P projectile range would also be similar to what we have on Earth, because Saturn is quite lightweight. However, Saturn's moon, Titan, is quite unique. It has rivers, lakes, and seas just like Earth. Here we can jump up to 11 feet and achieve a range of 15 meters. But friends, you may be astonished to know that Titan is gradually breaking apart, mainly due to its eccentric orbit around Saturn, causing its condition to deteriorate. However, if we survive until 5 billion years from now, our sun will expand and engulf Earth. But if humans are still alive at that time, we might need to settle on Saturn's moon Titan. After that, if we visit Uranus and Neptune, we can jump almost as high as on Earth on both these planets. Neptune, being the last planet in our solar system, has several small moons and objects beyond it. However, if we travel to Neptune's moon Triton, we can jump up to 19 feet and pee at a range of 25 meters. But friends, you might be surprised that Triton is an unusual moon that is slowly disintegrating due to its peculiar behavior. It orbits Neptune in the opposite direction to Neptune's rotation, causing its condition to deteriorate. Now, if we travel all the way to the edge of our solar system without visiting Pluto, you might wonder how we can jump there. Pluto is a controversial celestial body. Scientists have called it a planet at times and a dwarf planet at other times. This has left Pluto feeling upset with us. On Pluto, if you manage to jump, you can jump about 25 feet, which is roughly 7.5 meters. If you pee here, it can go up to a range of 30 meters. But friends, what happens if we urinate in space? If we can manage to do so in the vacuum of space, it would create a unique situation because in zero gravity, you wouldn't feel much pressure while urinating. This would cause your urine to travel straight due to its own speed. It might even create a large water blob in space. It's possible that this blob would travel through space indefinitely. However, this would only happen if we assume that urine pressure in space is similar to what it is on Earth. In reality, in zero gravity, you wouldn't feel much urine pressure, which is why astronauts use vacuum systems to urinate in space. On different planets, your pee projectile range would only increase significantly if you experience higher urine pressure. So friends, this is the world of space, where many strange things can happen. Providing you with this knowledge for today is enough. See you in the next video.